Hi everybody, John here from the Golf Academy at Swan Lake Resort. Let's talk uneven lies around the green. Let's make them easy. So let's illustrate why uneven lies change your ball's flight. And we'll do that with the help of our trusty trailer hitch alignment rod here pictured on your right. It's attached to the golf club with a magnet, and when we change the lie angle, either by pulling the handle up or down, it changes the direction that the ball will fly. Now that's because the golf club has loft. And as we tell, if it was a straight face, it would still be aiming forward, but because it has loft, in this case it's aimed left. So let's look at each of these. Let's look at the side hill lies in which the ball's above or below your feet. We'll do that first so we can see how that alters where the club arrives at the ball and what type of lie angle occurs. These two pictures are a perfect illustration of the directional change caused by having the ball above or below your feet. When your ball is above your feet, as pictured here on the left, you can see by the angle of our little alignment rod that ball will travel to the left. It's also important to note this ball will generally fly higher than usual. On your right, you'll see the ball below your feet. The ball position being below your feet will cause the ball go to the right, and it'll also go lower. So what you want to do is you want to make the correct adjustment with your club. On the left, the ball above your feet, you don't need as much loft. Conversely, on the right, you need more loft. These shots where the ball is above or below your feet, the remedy for these is generally a lot simpler than if you have a downhill or an uphill lie. Simply make the adjustment for that slope in where you aim. So in other words, make sure that your body is correctly aligned to allow for that change in direction. Typical examples would be aim more left for a right-handed golfer. When the ball is below your feet, aim right for a right-handed golfer when the ball is above your feet. As we progress to the uphill and downhill lies, we can see that these lies mainly affect the trajectory of the shot. In some cases, the solution can be simply to change clubs to a more lofted club or a less lofted club. For example, on your right, you can see the red line here is level and my back foot is really high. That's going to take loft off of the shot. And so I may use, instead of a 50 degree, I may use a 60, or instead of a 7-iron, maybe a 9-iron or a wedge. To your right, you'll see the uphill lie, red being level, blue being the level of my feet. That ball is going to shoot straight up in the air if I have my most lofted club. So instead of a 60, I might use my 50 or a pitching wedge. That's the simple solution. But contact isn't always easy, because when we stand like this, there's the potential that we're going to lose our balance. So let's look at some other options. Here's the downhill shot. It can be very challenging because you may have very little green to work with and you may have to stop it quickly. Sometimes just changing clubs to a more lofted club can help. But being set up, as we are here in the picture on the left, it's hard to maintain the balance to keep that club going down and through. The idea is to have the arc of your swing mirror the slope of the hill. And the way we do that is we make a steep swing, or what we call an outside to in swing, illustrated here with the red arrow. Now I'm going to do one thing with my stance. I'm going to stand up straight up out of the hill this way. Let me see if I can draw a good straight line. and I'm going to widen my stance. When I widen my stance, it allows me to lower the handle of the club, and that's going to add loft to the shot that we're looking to get more loft out of. So watch the swing as it goes outside to in, as it follows the contour of the hill. That's how you get a good strike on that downhill shot around the green. Now the danger of setting up normally, like I am here on the left, is it requires a tremendous amount of energy because I have so much loft on the club. Now with this much loft, if I took my normal stance and swing, trying to stay perfectly balanced, I would have to apply a lot of energy, and all that energy is going to be hitting that ball straight up in the air. See if we can do this. Oh, oof. That was a lot of effort, and that ball landed 20 feet short of the pin. Let's try it another way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand up straight and get ahead of the ball, and I'm going to close the face of my club. So this is how I may normally stand up to that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the handle. That's one way to lower the shot. Remember, loft is, we got a ton of loft here. We need to get rid of some of it so we can control the swing. Lift the club up. Now I'm going to close the face, which is going to shut, and by shutting the face, I'm going to be taking loft off. And the third way I'm going to take loft off is I'm going to swing inside to out, keeping a very controlled swing at a very nice trajectory in which it's almost like a little chip shot.